Claudia, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we can't hear you. Yep, I think you're still muted or something.
Very weird. Okay. Do you hear me now?
No. Yep. Now it's good. Sorry.
Okay. Do you still hear me?
Yep. Loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what it was then. Okay, cool. So hi, everyone. I'm Claudia Haddad. I'm a product manager at Coinbase. I currently work on Coinbase Wallet, and I work on DeFi yield and staking. And previously I worked on Advanced Trade, which was our trading platform for advanced traders, like limit orders, stop limit orders, and technical analysis. And before that, I was a software engineer at Facebook, and I worked on our news products. I live in New York City, and I studied cognitive science and marketing in college, so very interested in how people make financial decisions and how they like approach, crypto, and like how they make rational decisions with crypto especially. So that's me. But yeah, so today we're going to cover an overview of self-custodial wallets, going to go through why people use self-custodial wallets, and then go into the pain points, opportunities, and also do a deep dive about what Coinbase Wallet is, what we offer, and yeah, going to leave a lot of room for Q&A. If you have questions throughout, feel free to, I guess, raise your hand or put them in the chat. And yeah, I'll try to like check in after each slide and answer any questions. Cool. So to start, yeah, curious, like how many of you like have a self-custodial wallet right now? Okay, 2 people. Okay, anyone else? Okay. Okay, nice. How about people who have like a custodial wallet, so like a Coinbase account or a Binance account? I like the pluses, it's creative. Nice. Okay, so a little bit more people have a custodial account.
Claudia, we didn't hear you. Claudia, we don't hear you.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, nice.
Okay, weird. I don't know if it has to do with the screen sharing. Okay, yeah, so it's a digital wallet where you can store your crypto, NFTs, and connect to the world of Web3. What's really unique about a self-custodial wallet is that it has a recovery phrase, and with this, only you have access to your private keys and funds. So this is good in the sense that like nobody can take your crypto away, like there's no risk of like an FTX hack or something like that. But the flip side of that is that if you lose your recovery phrase, your funds can be like at risk and you just can't access your funds. So yeah, it's a 12-word recovery phrase. Here's an example. So it's just like 12 random English words, and it's recommended to keep this on like a piece of paper and somewhere safe, and like not keep it on your phone or anywhere someone can hack you and find it. Another interesting part about self-custodial wallets is that there's no KYC or user identification. So like you don't put your email in, you don't put like your name, your address. It's not tracked for tax purposes, nothing like that. So it's pretty interesting. And I think in the past few years, people really use this for, storing crypto, buying NFTs, engaging in DeFi, like connecting their wallet to dApps and things like that. So, but we'll go more into that later on. Cool. So in case you all haven't seen a self-custodial wallet, I do want to show this video. I think it'll be easier to visualize like what it looks like and how it works. Cool. Let's go. Okay, so another concept, or any questions so far about anything I just covered? Happy to repeat anything. I also just added closed captioning, if that helps. Okay, cool. So another concept is hot wallets versus cold wallets. So hot wallets are connected to the internet. This is something like Coinbase wallet or MetaMask, and they're usually much easier to get started with. You just download an app or download a browser extension, but they are more at risk and more for hacking or online attacks. In contrast, there's cold wallets that are kept totally offline. And the most popular example of this is Ledger Wallet. So this is looks like a flash drive, and you plug it into your computer and you can access and manage your crypto that way. So it is more secure, but it's a bit expensive. I think they're around $100. And I think for the average user, they see less incentive to get a Ledger wallet, but it is the recommended way to secure your crypto. Yeah, so less convenient, more expensive is the biggest thing. And yeah, market landscape, I saw someone mentioned MetaMask. So yep, MetaMask is actually a quiz. Which one of these wallets do y'all think was the first wallet in this list? I can also go name them. So it's MetaMask on the left, and Trust Wallet, which was it's owned by Binance, Coinbase Wallet, owned by Coinbase, Ledger, which is a hardware wallet, and then Rainbow Wallet. Okay, yeah, I'll just tell you. So Ledger, Ledger was the first one in 2014, so quite a while ago. And then after that, MetaMask came in 2016, and then Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet in 2017, and then Rainbow Wallet in 2019. So yeah, pretty interesting. It all kind of came close in time. Another wallet that's doing really well, and I personally like, is Phantom Wallet. They started with Solana, but they are in the process of adding Ethereum and Polygon. So yeah, that's one to look out for. But yeah, MetaMask is pretty much the market leader, and then Trust Wallet is also very popular in Asia because of Binance's presence in Asia. Yeah. Exodus Wallet. Yeah, I've heard of that one. I think it's solid. I don't know as much about it, but I think it has a narrower audience. Yeah. Any other questions? There's lots of wallets. We'll also talk about this for play to earn gaming. A lot of games will have their own specific wallet. So it's yeah, you end up having a bunch of different wallets if you're into gaming. I haven't heard of Electrum, but I can check it out or look at it in the Q&A section. Okay, so quick quiz. Which type of self-custodial wallet provides the most security? So the answer I'm looking for is hot versus cold. Cold. Yes, cold is correct. So cold wallets are kept offline, and you usually need the hardware wallet to access it. So that makes it more secure. Cool. And then what type of wallet is MetaMask? Hot, yes. And what is the difference between Coinbase and Coinbase Wallet? Yeah, good points. Yeah, so Coinbase is an exchange, and it's also a custodial wallet. So if you have a Coinbase account and hold Bitcoin there, that is custodied by Coinbase. So Coinbase owns the keys to your crypto in that case, whereas with Coinbase Wallet, you hold the keys, you hold the recovery phrase, so only you can access your crypto. So yeah, but both are good options. It just depends what's important to you. But yeah, so yeah, just custodial versus self-custodial. Cool. So why use a self-custodial wallet? so the primary use case is financial, right? Like people use crypto as like a savings account. If you're really bullish on Ethereum and Bitcoin, you just want to hold it for years to come. So you're just storing it. You can also use it in DeFi. So if you hold like Ethereum or other coins in your wallet, you can go apply them in DeFi strategies like on websites like Aave or Compound, and you can stake, farm, lend, borrow. Another popular one that I think will become more popular as the years progress is payments. So like I have some friends who work in crypto and they get paid in crypto. So they always want to pay me in USDC versus like using Venmo or Cash App or something like that. So I think that's a really interesting use case, and I see that becoming more common in the future. Another use case that's getting really popular is NFTs. So I think last fall it really boomed and became more mainstream, but yeah, like OpenSea has grown a lot and Magic Eden on Solana. So you can use your wallet to connect to these sites and then purchase NFTs. You can manage your offers in Coinbase Wallet and then sell your NFTs. You can also transfer NFTs between wallets. And on Wallet, we let people view their portfolio too.
Claudia, we don't hear you again. Claudia, we don't hear you.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, nice.
Okay. Yeah, not sure why that's happening. And then, yeah, so another one would be like if you're playing a game on a website, you can connect your wallet and then play the game and see your rewards in your wallet. And another thing is like storing game assets. So like in Axie Infinity, which is a game, you need to store Axie NFTs. And yeah, you can keep those in your wallet. Any questions on use cases? So we covered finance, NFTs, and gaming. Cool. Okay. And then, yeah, going into pain points. So yeah, I think self-custodial wallets, they've only been around less than 10 years. And there's lots of pain points. I think a lot has to be done to make these wallets usable by anyone of any age, any tech experience, and kind of become like the iPhone of self-custodial wallets where it's super simple to use. So yeah, another quiz. Would love to hear anyone's experiences using self-custodial wallets, like a negative experience you've had when using one. You could also go off mic if that's easier, maybe. A fear to lose my seed. Yep, that's a big one. Anyone else? Yeah, recipient address is a big, very scary thing. It's always good to send like a little bit first to test and make sure it's going to the right address and then send what you're really trying to send. Yeah, NFT scam link, that's really common too. Positive experience, that's good. Error with blockchain type. Yeah, the network support is also gets complicated. Nice, yeah, yep, these are pretty much what I planned on covering. Yeah, I can share one experience. I think I was buying an NFT once and I went to approve the transaction, but I had like almost bought a similar NFT and I basically approved the transaction and ended up purchasing the wrong NFT because there was no preview of what I was signing. So that's pretty bad. On Coinbase Wallet, we've done a lot with like transaction previews, so you can like see exactly what you're signing and have that information and security. So yeah, very, very glad that feature is getting more common now, but yeah, it can be scary. Cool. Let's see. So recovery phrases, chat about this before, but yeah, so it's a 12-word recovery phrase and it's pulled from a list of 2,048 words. What's nice about recovery phrases is that if you want to switch from like Coinbase Wallet to MetaMask, you can just enter your recovery phrase and everything will show up. So you can use the same recovery phrase on multiple wallets. But yeah, as was mentioned, it can be tough to keep it safe and accessible. And some people also think that they can tell people their recovery phrase, which you should never do. So yeah, just make sure to never give your phrase to anyone. I've heard there's lots of scams on Discord where they'll ask for your recovery phrase to help you resolve an issue, and that's just pretty bad. Yeah, so yeah, make sure to store your recovery phrase safely and always check and make sure you still have it every few months. Yeah, next pain point is around on-ramps and off-ramps. So on-ramps is going from fiat to crypto, and then off-ramps is going from crypto to fiat. So, let's say what's the word? You create a new wallet and make an account, but then you have to add money to that account. So you could either go to Coinbase and buy Ethereum and transfer it over. You could buy Ethereum using MoonPay or CBPay or Transact. So there's lots of different options to on-ramp, but it can be a cumbersome experience overall. And yeah, I think in the past year, on-ramps have become more common where people can buy crypto with credit cards or Apple Pay. I did research in Southeast Asia, and we saw that users actually go to 7-Eleven to cash out from their wallets, which is super interesting. So these in-person off-ramps are seen as more trustworthy and fast, and I thought it was super interesting to see that finding. But yeah, overall, it's pretty difficult to fund wallets and cash out profits, such as from gaming, if you're making a lot from a game or selling NFTs. And it also varies a lot by country. So I think MoonPay and Coinbase Pay are a bit easier to use in the US, but Transact is more popular in Southeast Asia. So yeah, I think having on and off ramps that work for all countries is going to be really important the next few years. Yeah. Cool stuff. Yeah, Axie Infinity is also very popular in Southeast Asia, so that's part of why we went and did research there. Yeah, safety tips. So for NFTs, if you're trying to buy an NFT, make sure to go to the official project Twitter or website to access a collection. Something that happens a lot is that on OpenSea, there'll be an identical collection that's totally fake, and they get people's money that way. If you're sent an NFT, never click on a link or just try to avoid anything that looks unfamiliar. And then same with airdrops. There might be a website that's come and claim an airdrop, get free money, but you're going to want to go to the official Discord or website to make sure that this is actually happening and it's not a fake scam. And this happens a lot, unfortunately. Yeah, receiving airdrops, be really careful about interacting with links or connecting your wallet to unfamiliar websites. And then in Discord, never click links in Discord DMs or channels, or give your recovery phrase to anyone on Discord. Yeah, and then signing transactions in general, just be cautious with what you give your wallet access to. And then you can also go into your wallet settings and check which websites are connected and just periodically remove all those connections if you're not using them anymore. Cool, so moving on to improvement opportunities. So these are things that I think wallets can do better going forward. So the first one is showing transaction previews and flagging if a website is unsafe, so users know exactly what they're signing. There's a few ways to do this. The first one is kind of by evaluating the smart contract and flagging anything concerning about it, showing a risk score. Second improvement is to expand on-ramps and off-ramps, so payment infrastructure across the world is accommodated. Yeah, I haven't seen too many inventions there, but if anyone's looking for a startup, I think this would be a really cool startup to start. Yeah, third thing is just making sure to educate users on recovery phrases and always check in to make sure they've actually stored this phrase safely. Or even another opportunity there is just to think of an alternative to recovery phrases. So MPC wallets have come to mind where it's dual custody of the key versus just one person. And that's something we're exploring on Wallet as well. And then finally, adding two-factor authentication for transactions to ensure only the wallet owner is transacting. So we've seen some requests for this where it's if you want to send all your ETH to another wallet, maybe you'll get a text and you have to approve the text and then it gets sent. yeah, just looking at questions. What is the second factor for hot wallets? Sorry, what do you mean by that? No. Oh, 2FA. Yes, I can explain that. Yeah, two-factor authentication. That's basically you need to like verify twice that you want to do the transaction instead of just going through it and confirming it. So you might get this with like logging into your bank or logging into like your school account. It'll be like, oh, verify on your phone. This is actually you signing in. Okay, cool. I guess like, yeah, well, while we're on this, are there any other opportunities you guys think? Yeah, I think Google Authenticator could be interesting. It could be anything. It could be like an email, a phone number, maybe like verify one of the words of the recovery phrase before you transact. It could just anything to make sure it's actually you. Cool. Yeah, we can move on to a wallet deep dive. So Coinbase Wallet, it's changed a lot the past few years. We basically made it a priority at Coinbase to just like invest a ton of resources into this and make it like a really powerful user experience. And I think it's paid off a lot the past year, really. So network support, we are mainly Ethereum based, but we also support all EVM compatible networks such as Avalanche, Polygon, BNB Chain, Solana, and now Optimism. Looking into adding more, but it's pretty challenging to add networks, which I would say is like another opportunity, just making it easier to add networks really easily on wallets. And then on-ramps, so we make it really easy to just buy your crypto with Coinbase Pay. You can connect your Coinbase account and just like transfer your crypto from Coinbase to wallet really fast. And yeah, we also recently worked on DEX and DeFi. So I work on this team, and basically you can swap your coins, you can bridge over to other networks, and you can stake assets like Ethereum right in Coinbase Wallet. DeFi portfolio, if you're familiar with Zapper, this is a way to just see all your crypto in DeFi and like how it's how the profits have changed, like all your positions in each protocol. So yeah, it's a pretty fun feature. It's easy to forget where you have DeFi positions, so I think it makes it nicer to just keep track with all of that stuff. And this is just on Ethereum for now. Then for NFTs, yeah, we made it super simple to view and manage your portfolio. You can view your offers right in the app, and you also can get notified of upcoming NFT launches, which is really fun. Then finally, so exploring Web3, you can go to the Explore tab or the just browser and then connect to other dApps right in the mobile app, which is really nice because usually it's a bit complicated to use a wallet on mobile. So we're really focusing on making that super easy to do. And it's available on iOS, Android, and extension, so on the browser. Yeah, good question, Alexi. So I would say our advantages are on the UX side, and we're really invested in making like a very mobile first experience. So we want you to be able to stake right in the app. You can, track all your NFT offers right in the app, transaction preview, so you know exactly what you're signing. And yeah, overall, I'd say we're equal to MetaMask, but we're kind of investing in more like exciting features around NFTs and DeFi. And DeFi portfolio is also a really good option if you're into DeFi. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Happy to go more in depth on anything. How many people have a Coinbase wallet? We're around like 3 million users with Coinbase Wallet. How many transactions take place per day? That's a good question. I'm not sure about that one, but so we have transactions and we also have like trading on our decentralized exchange. So transactions per day is probably quite high. Let's see. What is the most common use case? Okay, this is, yeah, really good questions. Thanks, Valeria. I would say the most common use case is just storage, surprisingly. So a lot of people are just like keeping all their crypto there and not doing too much day to day. Gaming and NFTs, it's not that popular yet. I think there are certain niches that it's like super popular in, but users who are very into gaming will be using the game specific wallets. I can find out what the Axie would be. Oh, so the Axie Infinity wallet is called Ronin wallet. Yeah, so that's sort of what we've noticed for gaming. And how does it change from country to country? Yeah, I'm not sure about the countries breakdown. I think most of our users are in the US for now, but we're really working on expanding that, and on-ramps and off-ramps are like a good way to do that. So we recently launched Transact, which helps with the Southeast Asia financial infrastructure, making that more seamless. So yeah, let's see. Web3 social, yeah, really good question, Tim. I think it's super exciting. I think what's hard with social apps is just like, it's hard to make it stick, you know, like I think there's Farcaster, there's Lens Protocol, which is really cool. But I think I hear a lot about, you know, how can we reinvent Twitter, make it like a Web3 Twitter, but it's hard to see that happening in like the next few years where it's like people really drop Twitter and just switch to a new Web3 social. But I think it's really cool. We're investing in some social features as well, like messaging is something we're looking at. I've seen some wallets start doing like wallet to wallet messaging. So we'll see if that takes over like, you know, Instagram DMs or Telegram, but it's definitely interesting.
I hope you will not mind if I join you
Yeah.
voice. Yeah, regarding Web3 social, they're very unique. It seems like a very unique opportunity at the moment that you can just observe the blockchain and do kind of a like shadow trading, when you can see where people go and what they buy and who they send, let's say their ether or something like this. So probably my second question will be, so how can I do this through Coinbase wallet? Can I do this, or it's more basic, more, you know, more for regular stuff?
Yeah, I think in terms of what you can do with wallet, yeah, I think something fun about crypto is like the ENS names. So like mine is claudiah.eth. And then on Coinbase, we actually made something called CBID, which is like a subdomain of ENS. So you can go claim like claudia.cbid. And yeah, I think this has two benefits. I think one, like long term, it'll be like become a social profile of sorts. And the second thing is that you can like send crypto or NFTs to this address instead of using the very long 0x address. So yeah, I think like making crypto more human, like using names and profile pictures, that's going to help a lot. And yeah, we'll see. I think what you mentioned about tracking wallets is really interesting. I'm really into Nansen.ai. So that's like a website where you can go and you have to pay for a premium subscription, but you can basically see what every wallet is doing, and you can track like very like significant wallets and their activities. So you can really see like what people are buying, what NFTs people are selling. And it's really interesting because all that information is public, whereas like in the past, you would just not know what's going on. So yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'll respond to Liza's question. So regarding analytics, we have analytics for basically every feature. Like we understand what people are looking at, what they're clicking on, who's transacting. And then we also do a lot of user research. So I went to Southeast Asia this past summer and just did interviews with users to understand play to earn gaming and on-ramps. And that was super interesting. And then we came back and shared our findings, and like most of the findings were in the roadmap already. So it's just a matter of like getting them prioritized more. But yeah, I think user research is super helpful. We also, honestly, crypto Twitter guides a lot of like how we stay up to date with our users. People are constantly like posting feedback or like compliments or complaints. So we really do like monitor that and take it into account, and it gets discussed like pretty heavily, more than people would expect. So yeah, definitely post on Twitter if you have any feedback for like us or like a crypto company. I think people do track that a lot here. Yeah, feel free to turn on mics and ask questions. Or any topic. I'm happy to like talk about anything.
Well, meanwhile,
Mhm.
well, another question is, what's the key difference between, let's say, MetaMask and Coinbase wallet? So, well, and after that, maybe, so what is upcoming? So what's in your roadmap? So what will we see in recent future?
Yeah, good question. In terms of key differences, like overall, you know, I would say Coinbase Wallet and MetaMask are very similar. Like I think we are at parity, and then we have some other features, and they're going to probably have other features as well. So I think what I'm excited about in the near term is we're working on adding like native staking and DeFi yield. So in the past, you would have to go to a staking website and connect your wallet, and it's, you know, the website might not work too well. It might be like complicated. So what we're doing is we're making it so you can stake your crypto without leaving Coinbase Wallet. So you just do it all on your phone, all on the extension. And yeah, really excited about like the mobile first push, because, you know, mobile, everyone's like used to being on their phone. So I think bringing crypto to that is a really good evolution for the industry. And yeah, what else? I think messaging will be cool if we do that. And yeah, I think just investing more in safety and security will be really key, because I think that's like one of the biggest blockers, just like mainstream adoption. Cool. Are we hiring? I don't know if we're hiring right now. But yeah, I mean, feel free to reach out later this year too, or it depends what position as well. But yeah, what are the goals in OKR for the next year? Yep, good question. It's a pretty big company, so we're like 4,000 people right now. But I think even though it's a bear market, you know, crypto is not doing as well as it was like previously. We're still like very focused on building and making sure basically focusing on like quality and infrastructure. So like we're prepared for like, you know, the next billions of users going forward. I would say like overall, like velocity is still very much the same. Like everyone's really focused on just like building high impact products. Yeah, I do think like staking and that sort of like passive income stream is going to be a big thing that we build for users, and it's also pretty good for the business. So yeah, I also work on staking, so I'm pretty into it. And yeah, we'll see. I think a goal for the year for like Coinbase Wallet is just like diversify beyond just trading, and like look into more innovative projects, look into more like recurring revenue streams, like staking is one of them. But yeah, there's a lot. Crypto also moves so fast, which I think is one of the challenges of working in crypto, but it's always exciting, which is nice. Can you describe Coinbase culture? Yeah, I really like working here. It's a little intense, but everyone is super smart and hardworking, and everyone has a very different background. Like when I came in like a year and a half ago, I didn't know that much about crypto, but now I really like crypto and feel like I know a lot. And then there are some people who have been in crypto since like 2010. Yeah, just very different backgrounds. A lot of people who were in like traditional finance, like investment banking, or people who are just in like purely technical roles, like AI. So yeah, it's very like mixed crowd, but I think as a result, we're able to like come up with a lot of cool ideas. And yeah, we move pretty fast. We're all remote, so it's like a big focus on like how can we get stuff done like through like async communication, like on Slack, and then not have too many meetings. But yeah, that's how I describe the culture. Yeah, wallet infrastructure, I'm not as familiar because I'm a product manager, but how do we handle such big? I know something we optimize for is like making the transaction signing like very simple for the user. So like a lot of dApps will require you to sign twice, like approve and then approve access and approve the transaction. So we try to make that one when we can, just to like abstract it away. But yeah, that's like the main example I can think of. Are there any specifics in the work of product manager in Web3 compared to Web2? It's pretty similar. I would say there's like two main differences. The first one is you have to stay up to date with what's happening in Web3, which with Web2 is not as much the case, because you know it's just like social media, not much is changing that's like super revolutionary. With crypto, it's like a new headline every single day. The second thing that I found challenging is that there's more regulation and like regulatory risk, which means a lot of things are subject to what like the US government rules, which is pretty annoying. So like a lot of the time we'll launch something acknowledging that it is risky, but we're just accepting the risk. So I basically talk to legal like every single day for all of our projects, which was not the case at my previous company or even on my previous team at Coinbase. But yeah, I think if you can be a PM or any role in Web3, you can do it in Web2. I think Web3 is challenging, but it's a good preparation. Cool. Any more questions or any stories people want to share about wallets?
Well, I'll go with one more. What about marketing side? So what about go-to-market strategy for these kind of products? And what kind of a marketing verticals do you use? And how far is it? How different is it from Web2?
Yeah, good question. So thinking of Coinbase Wallet specifically, it is pretty different because you don't have to KYC or identify yourself. We don't have people's emails or phone numbers or any information really. You know, we just have like the on-chain activity. So something we're investing in is like notifications through push notifications or in-app. And that's really the best way we can like directly reach people. And then otherwise, like, you know, Twitter is really big for us. We also like to do like partnerships with Web3 companies and yeah, kind of like Discord, Twitter Spaces to announce launches. But it is hard. I think marketing in Web3 is really difficult. It's a lot about the community. It's a lot about like being crypto native and like developing strong partnerships. So it's a fun challenge, but it's definitely different. You can't really do as much targeted marketing. Yeah, nice question about legal part of Coinbase Wallet. So we're a separate entity from Coinbase, but we are not a DAO. And that'd be cool if we were a DAO.
Yeah, I have a question. Yeah, let's talk about Coinbase and the regulations. I mean, the first association which I have with the Coinbase, it's a recent 25,000 blocked account due to Russian sanctions. You know? And the main question is, can the wallet, I mean, the self-custodial wallet from Coinbase, be consider it as something anonymous? I mean, is it connected somehow with their Coinbase wallet? No, not the wallet, I mean, Coinbase account, I mean, custodial account. So can it be matched by company because, you know, the big company makes their own wallet? What can be wrong, you know?
Yeah, good question. So yeah, I think, no, if you have Coinbase Wallet, it is anonymous. Like they wouldn't be able to associate that with Coinbase.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I read a lot that there are some ways to block your USDT on your account if you use some kind of Infura infrastructure. So if you have some USDT on your, let's say, MetaMask, and through Infura, they can block it. So is it possible to block some crypto in your wallet, in Coinbase wallet?
I'm honestly not sure. This is like not what I specialize in, and we haven't really discussed this. But yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I can look into it if y'all want, but yeah, I'm not an expert. Just want to clarify that.
Yeah, we have more questions in the chat.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good question. We've partnered with games in the past. We partnered with crypto unicorns, and it's a pretty fun partnership. And yeah, I see you're talking about like internal mini games. Yeah, that's something that is something we're talking about. So basically a way to like make crypto fun and easy to use and habitual is also important. So yeah, I think we're definitely interested in doing something like you described.
Well, and maybe last question. So are there any, which DEXs will you recommend to use at first hand? So which DEXs are your favorite one? And what kind of DEXs you use on a daily basis?
Yeah, DEXs, right? So we use 0x, which is a DEX aggregator, and this is what we use on Wallet. And this is really nice because you basically get the best price from all the DEXs. So it looks at Uniswap, Balancer, like all of them. I forgot the exact list, but yeah, it's really nice in that sense. And if you want to use this yourself, you can. It's called Matcha. Matcha is like their consumer-facing product, and we use the API. But yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with Uniswap. Definitely, like they've really dominated the market, and it depends on the pair too. Like I was looking for a specific pair yesterday, and like Balancer had the best liquidity. So yeah, but I think Uniswap is awesome. Yeah, honestly, like when I do a swap, I'm probably doing it on a Coinbase wallet just for the convenience, because I can just like do it on my phone, which is nice.
I have a question.
Yep.
Yes. What can you say about mass adoption of non-custodial wallets? Because just few people, I think 1% of all people that have wallets, they have, most of them, they have on centralized exchanges. And what can maybe your team and your company do with this mass onboarding, I don't know, for people to use these decentralized wallets? Because it's really maybe difficult for most of the people to have this onboarding. That's why only, I don't know, 1 to 5% just use them. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I think there's a few ways to think about it. I think the first way is through partnerships. So I think we can't just tell people, hey, get a self-custodial wallet. Like you really have to lead with why and why they need it. So I think partnering with companies that like make it really clear, you know, like I know fashion companies are releasing NFTs, even restaurants are releasing like NFTs. So like I think people usually get a wallet because they want to do something with it. Like for me, I think I downloaded it because I wanted to buy an NFT. So yeah, I think like, you know, like as NFTs and similar innovations gain popularity, so will wallets. And the second thing, pretty similar, is like I think people are going to start using wallets, but it's not going to be like the wallets we're used to. It's going to be like Reddit has a wallet for in-app NFTs and like coins, and then also Starbucks is making a wallet. So yeah, I think wallets like that make more sense to users because it's more simplified. They, you know, they trust Starbucks. It's not like a brand new concept. So I think really big brands like Starbucks, McDonald's, they're all investing in Web3, and that's going to like really help drive mainstream adoption.
Thank you.
Cool.
Guys, please feel free to turn on your mix and ask a question if you have one.
I have one more question about maybe you told us during your lecture about metaverses. How do you use? I remember that you told us about gamify industry, but in metaverses, will you incorporate wallet into different things in popular metaverses? Thank you.
Sorry, could you repeat the last part? Incorporate wallet into metaverses?
Yes, how to maybe wallet can help people maybe engage people into metaverses, different metaverses, and they can use this wallet in some ways.
Yeah. Okay. I think in general, we're just trying to really show in the app like everything they can do in Web3. So like just showing like NFTs they can buy, showing like DeFi they can explore, showing games in the future, like sending notifications when like a game drops or an NFT drops or like an airdrop happens. So yeah, I think your question was about like how do we get people more connected to the metaverse, and I think, you know, it's such a broad thing. So just making sure people are aware of the opportunities and then making it easy for them to get involved and to get started in them as well. Yeah, I think in my perspective, like a big pain point of crypto is just like staying up to date with what's happening. So I feel like unless you have like friends telling you what's happening or you're going on Twitter all day or Discord, it's really hard to keep track. Like even Discord, I think I check it like once a week and I should check it more often. And I think this ties back to Web3 social too, where it's like, I've heard some of my friends say like, oh, I want an app where it's like Twitter and Discord and the blockchain, like all in one. I can just like go there and see everything going on. But yeah, it's definitely a pain point. There's like too much information to keep track of.
Now, what is your personal opinion about metaverses itself? So metaverse is like a trend. So is it like real future, or so how would, and probably how it will look like, and how will it connect to Coinbase wallet?
Yeah, the metaverse seems very like nebulous as a concept to me now. Like, I'm like a pretty realistic person, so I feel like in my eyes, I do see a future where like we all, you know, have a digital wallet. We all have like a digital name and like an address. And we have like a digital profile where you see like our NFTs, our crypto, maybe like we have like on-chain credentials, like I'm part of this club, I like attended this school, things like that. I think that's powerful, and I think it's also like not too idealistic. But yeah, in terms of like VR and all of that, I'm not as into that, unfortunately. But yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see like how digital identity like intersects with gaming and like communities. Yeah. I don't know if crypto wallets will ever replace all monetary relations, or if they do, it might be like 50 to 100 years out. But yeah, it's tough. I think people are really against crypto. Not like a lot of people are very against crypto for whatever reason, and I think there are certain things like NFTs where a lot of people are warming up to it. But I think like really telling people to replace their bank and everything they know, like that would be much more difficult. I think a future would be like everyone is immersed in crypto in some way, like in a small part of their life, but not like 100%, if that makes sense.
Well, I believe that's it. That was a good good speech about like the future. Thank you, Claudia. It was a pleasure to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I mean, feel free to add me on LinkedIn. I can send it over, or Telegram. Let me find it. Thanks for having me. Fun to chat with y'all.
We'll forward your LinkedIn profile to the students. Thank you.
Okay,
Cheers.
perfect. Thank you. Have a good day.